People still buzzing in the NFL over that Brandin Cooks trade to LA yesterday. But if you think about it from the Patriots' point of view, they actually got a pretty good return, because here's a guy in Cooks that was entering the final year of his contract, scheduled to make about $8.5 million next year. And the reports were that New England did not want to give him an extension and sign him to a long-term contract. And obviously, he's going to be expecting a raise. The reports are that LA does plan on signing him and giving him an extension that he wants before week number 1. But Cooks isn't the only Ram looking for a long-term contract. You take a look. They got some notable players entering the final years of their contracts. You look at LaMarcus Joyner. He's playing under the franchise tag this year. They've got the option, LA does, to pick up the 5th year on Marcus Peters' contract. And Aaron Donald, there's the big elephant in the room. He's going to demand a huge deal if he's going to stay in LA. And they already picked up Todd Gurley's 5th year option. But they do have plenty of cap space to work with next year. Now, this is the projected amount of cap space for the 2019 offseason. The Rams have the second most in the NFL, with over $81 million to spend. So for more on how the Rams' long-term plans seem to look in the Cooks trade, let's bring back in Kristen Balboni.
We welcome in our Rams insider, David Gascon from Fox Sports Radio. David, we were all focused on the Odell Beckham rumors. Then the Rams traded for Brandin Cooks. So do you think they used the OBJ rumors as leverage in the Cooks trade?
Chris, it's weird, right? We were all talking about this just a week, maybe 10 days ago, and then all of a sudden Cooks comes into the picture. I think the biggest thing in this situation is the Rams were looking at both wide receivers, and they looked at who was the safest bet right now. And I got to go with Cooks, just because you hear a lot about OBJ right now. What he's doing on the field is great, but off the field is a little concerning, especially for a guy that is starving for another big contract and become the most highest paid player in the National Football League. And so for a guy like OBJ, Rams got a ton of personality in that locker room. I think this is the safest bet right now. So with Cooks in this situation, I don't think there's any leverage involved at all. I think this is just a matter of who you'd have best fit for the offense right now. Cooks does that because he replaces Sammy Watkins, a guy that can stretch the field.
All right, well, speaking of Cooks, he and Aaron Donald are in the final year of their contracts. Sue has 1 year. So how does this all stack up for the long-term future of the Rams?
You know, Chris, that's a great question, because I think it's a win-win situation for all parties involved. Now, I know this. Aaron Donald is not going anywhere. So although he's got a short time remaining on his contract, you look at the other two guys, Cooks and also Sue coming in the picture. He's got a 1 year, $14 million contract. And for the Rams right now, you know that they want to win and win right now. Philadelphia Eagles made some transactions the last couple of years, and now you see them not only get to the Super Bowl, but win it. With the Rams in the same situation, it's win now, worry about year 2, year 3, year 4 when it gets to that point. On the other side for the players, you look at Sue, you look at Cooks, and you look at Aaron Donald. These are 3 players that are playing for long-term deals, and they don't want the contract necessarily. They want the guaranteed money. So, you know, all kinds of motivation will be coming here in 2018 to perform at a high level and also maintain their health.
David, you mentioned that they want to win a Super Bowl and they want to win it now. Do you think that the fact that they're 2 years away from opening their new stadium, does that factor into any of this at all, the fact that they're seemingly going all in?
No, I mean, Christy, you look at it, if I had to use a comparison, it'd be like dating. I mean, you kind of have your best foot forward, whether you're a man or a woman. You want to give all that you can from the get-go. You want to call, not text. You want to open the car door. You want to take someone on a date. You want to pay for it. That's exactly what the Rams are doing right now with the fan base of Los Angeles, because you figure they want a winner in LA. They don't want someone to come out and play 500 football at 8-8 or 9-7. That's the LA Chargers. And you also have a large fan base in Los Angeles that is dedicated and loyal to the Oakland Raiders, which will be moving to Las Vegas. So right now for the LA Rams, the new stadium opening up in just a couple of years in Inglewood, it's an opportunity to pounce now and you show your fan base that you're committed to winning, which is the most important thing. Lakers have done it for the better part of 3 decades. Dodgers continue to do it. Kings continue to do it. Obviously, you got the Galaxy that are winning too. So you think about the Rams, they come from St. Louis back to Los Angeles. Might have been a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths, but right now they're committed to winning. And the window is so short. You can look at teams right now across the National Football League. Philadelphia, Seattle, the New England Patriots, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they all have an opportunity to win and win right now. You got to get as much talent as possible in a short amount of time or you could be done.
That is the truth. All right, David, thank you so much for the Rams insight and for the dating advice. We appreciate you taking the time.
Thanks, Kristen. Take care.